when you ask the question of a person, like, what can we do to help you and make this better for you? That's almost a bit of buy-in right then. Okay, here are my issues. Are you going to fix it?
And then so far, how's that been working out for you, having everything in one spot?
Fantastic. Because bill pay and expenses in one system integrating into NetSuite is wonderful. And it's like we said, it saves so much time for us.
Let's dive into the AP world a bit. So I remember when you spoke to the ramp team, you've been at Pair for a couple of years, and AP has been your sole focus. But do you mind sharing a little bit more about some of the challenges that you had faced when you first arrived at Pair and you were looking to improve and overhaul the AP process?
The main focus when I started was to centralize accounts payable. Bills were coming from everywhere. We have 3 offices, so we would receive bills in the mail. We would receive bills through email. So we wanted to centralize the process and select a system that allowed for some automation. And I think basic visibility and streamlining approval processes.
Based on your experience as well, how did you even get started? What was the first area you decided to look at?
First, it was a conversation with all of the stakeholders, just a group meeting to understand what the bottlenecks were, what their issues were, what was holding them back. And then actually going back and looking at the full scope and bringing it all together, what finance needs and what efficiencies we wanted to provide to our team.
And I think it's really interesting that you decided to bring everyone together. I think it helps break down some of the barriers that we see between AP teams and the business. Yeah, talk me through that. How long did that process take? And was there anything interesting that you learned outside of that process, like some of the pain points that they shared?
I think when you ask the question of a person, like, what can we do to help you and make this better for you? That's almost a bit of buy-in right then. Okay, here are my issues. Are you going to fix it? So it was just a matter of having these conversations. And I think it probably took about 2 or 3 calls and maybe 2 or 3 in-person meetings. And then we came to them with our deck and we said, here's how we're going to fix this. It was immediately possible to tick off so many of the issues.
If you could give us a quick overview into a bit of the background into Pair, what's Pair Eyewear been about?
Pair Eyewear is a fashion tech company that specializes in eyewear. Our frames, we can put tops so that you can change your style anytime that you want. We have frames and we have tops, colors, styles. So we're always thinking about the customer. So you can be you in any way you want. Just slap on a new top.
Yeah, when you were thinking about I know you were sort of reassessing your tech stack as well. What were some of the things that you were looking for when you're saying I need to change some things? Talk us through that.
We wanted a faster system. We wanted it to integrate with our ERP. We wanted more visibility into budgets with dashboards and just having the ability to create workflow within the system so that we wouldn't have to have signed invoices that we were scanning. We wanted to be more in one place, all of our systems in one place. So we wanted immediate integration.
And then so far, how's that been working out for you, having everything in one spot?
Fantastic. Because bill pay and expenses in one system integrating into NetSuite is wonderful. And it's like we said, it saves so much time for us.
Yeah. And you mentioned before you were able to actually pick up some, what have you been doing with the extra time as well, actually?
Oh my goodness, so much. I've become so popular in the office. At first, I was just the accounts payable. Now I'm office manager. I'm handling facilities. I'm more involved with real estate for our new offices. It's just so much fun. Before, I used to spend an hour or 2 just creating a batch for payments. And now it's a couple of ticks and payments are done. Even with the vendor terms, once it's already set, you don't even have to change the date. You can pay and it goes out a day or 2 before in time. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It sounds like there were 3 roles. I hope they're paying you 3 times more, Staci.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll work on that. Okay, so it sounds like you've gotten yourself to a pretty good process. what's next, right? I feel like, accounts payable, there's just always so much to do. Like, what's next on your horizon for Pair Eyewear?
As we scale, I believe procurement is the next step. And I've been in beta with procurement and I see everything that Ramp can do. So I'm really excited for the opportunity to show that to our team. I know they're going to love it because right now we're looking at budgets heavily. We want to pull things into control. Everyone has a credit card. Everyone's making purchases all over. I think that if we use procurement, it would allow managers and budget owners to see what's going on more so.
Amazing. Okay. And actually talk me through that a little bit more as well. Like, how do you like procurement? Do you feel like they're complementary to your accounts payable process, or?
I feel like it's absolutely complementary. We would have done that, but we would have done it in reverse from NetSuite into whatever system. We would have had to go into NetSuite and then process POs. But now we can do it the same way we process a bill. So it works out wonderfully. We can request the purchase order right through Slack or set up the approval policy, the approval policy for the purchase order, and it works out. It is the next step in all accounts payable, I think.
With that, we'll pass on and we'll move to our next section. And I'd like to bring up Elena to talk us through what the future might look like.
So, hey everyone, I'm Elena. I'm the product manager on Bill Pay, and I'm here to talk about Ramp's product vision for Bill Pay and then give you a sneak peek into our roadmap.